for the heads, let the blood rain. Murder hell realm and the feudal rage. Here's to the slaves with a smile on their face. Zombie slaves. Fire. Fire. Raining fire. Here's to the slaves with a smile on their face. Here you will stay forever in chains. Free. No one here is sacred. Ground them into grist. Burn their ranks in hell. Fire. Remain in hell. Fire. Raining fire. Here's to the slaves with a smile on their face. Zombie slaves. Fire. The Raven King. 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 Let's see here. Look at the screen. Look at the screen. Look at, as Canadians often say, look at the screen. Do you see him? He's looking right at you. Up here, my cover art. Look at his eye. And look here. Raven King wearing a crown. The Raven archetype is important. I'm going to get into that later in this video. The first part of this video is about the misery program or the misery machine or the sanity machine that you're living in. You're living in something that I called the sanity machine. It must be 27, 28, 30 years ago. I came up with that, decades ago. And then later on I wrote a poem about it. One of my best friends back then, if you could call him a friend, could never quite grasp what I was talking about because he had it embedded in his mind, programmed in his mind, that sanity equals good, insanity is something bad to be feared. And he wasn't uncommon from most of you humans on Earth. You just brainwash zombies. Now you can say that's sad, you can say that's insulting, you can go right to your emotions and feelings, which is what most people do, rather than stepping back and saying, is it true or not? Are most people just programmed zombies? Are they smiling slaves that just go along with whatever they're told? Why do they call themselves human beings? Well, their masters called them that. You view yourself through the lens of your masters, whatever they call you and label you and describe you as and box you in as. That's all that most of you go by. Most of you on earth never even get beyond that. Saying, who am I? What am I? What species am I? What is this? Why do they call us humans, human beings? Why? Why do we accept it? Most of you never question. You believe yourselves to be truth seekers, of course, truthers like Rose, and you'll accept being told that Indians ate every part of the buffalo. They didn't waste. They used every part of the buffalo, which is just a myth. It's false. It's like an urban legend. That's all it is. It's a myth. You believe stupid shit. A lot of you believe that urine is sterile. Well, how do they do testing on it for bacteria then? Why is it known as a waste product that your body expels? It comes out of your body. Your body's full of bacteria and microbes. How could it possibly be sterile or sterilized? It's from your bladder. Are you retarded? Oh, many of you are. Many of you are. And you'll get upset. Go ahead. And then tell me more about how we, quote, only use 10% of our brain. It's another one that's often repeated. There's a lot of those. So you believe that 90% of your brain is in your skull, not being used day by day, that you only use 10% that's active, alive, being used, lit up, functioning. You're just retarded. I hate to break it to you, but you believe a lot of stupid shit. A lot of you believe in Australia that you're living upside down your whole life on a spinning, wobbling, tilted ball flying through space. You believe that you and your kangaroos and your cars and buildings and the boats in the Sydney Harbor and the Opera House are all upside down. Your cities, your towns, your houses, your kangaroos, they're hopping around upside down. The planes, Qantas Airlines, are flying upside down before they land on the runways. And then they're still upside down when they land in Australia. That's how retarded you are. I hate to break it to you, but a lot of you in this realm are just retards. You can't look at something and say, wait, they lied to us. Obviously, it isn't that way. You can't fathom that you were lied to because you're retarded. You're slaves. You're mental slaves. You'd rather believe lying demons than listen to a man like me that tells you the truth, shows you why it's true, shows you what's false about the lies you believe, breaks it down for you, tries to provoke you to think. You don't want that. You want to believe. You want to do what's easy. You're comfortable believing lying demons with laughable shit that's stupid. It sounds stupid because it is stupid. No one lives upside down in Australia. No one on this earth. It isn't a globe. It isn't a wobbling, tilted, spinning, flying ball. You don't detect movement on earth because it's stationary. That's why. Okay? You can believe the dumbest shit, though, if you want to. Go ahead. You can believe in gravitons. You can believe in all the shit they tell you. And that's what most of you do. And then you get upset when someone like me deconstructs it and says it's all bullshit. You've been lied to your whole life. Okay? And you haven't been thinking your whole life. But you have an opportunity to start thinking. You can say, shame on me, I'm embarrassed, I wasn't thinking, but I'm going to try, I'm going to start over. Whether you're 30, 40, 50, whatever age you are, start thinking. I'm trying to give you a push in that direction, to provoke you to do what you haven't been doing thus far in this lifetime. You can believe sanity's good. You can believe the government's good. You can believe whatever they tell you to believe. You can be a zombie slave. You can be a lazy zombie retard. Not just gullible or naive, but a follower, a mental slave to lying demons. That's what most of you are on earth. You can say that's sad. You can go into the sadness and the emotions, and which is not truly facing it. If you were truly to face it, you'd say, that is true. I'm not going to call it sad. I'm not going to hang my head. I'm not going to get all wrapped up in my emotions. I'm going to face the truth for once in my life. And most of you on earth will never do that much. And that's observable too, not just to me. If you start observing how people behave, most of them never face truth in this realm. They go cradle to grave as followers of liars. 11:11 just went by in this video. 11 minutes, 11 seconds. I could call that a magical number, and you wouldn't know what I mean. You wouldn't know whether that's true or not. Either way, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't even know why I would say that. I do try to humble people. I think it's important, because I think a lot of stupid people have great big egos. The Dunning-Kruger effect. The ones who see the least, know the least, follow the most, are the most brainwashed and programmed, have the biggest goddamn egos on earth. In case you haven't noticed that, run into someone that's just a fucking loser, that's a used car salesman, that's a snake in the grass, and they usually have a great big ego. Big mouths, big talkers, and big egos. And what do they know about life, reality, spirit, afterlife, how this realm is designed? Anything that matters, what do they know? They have big mouths and big egos to brag about how many sales they have, and they're buying a new house, or they just bought a Porsche or a Lexus or a speedboat or a yacht, whatever. I've known people like that since childhood. Been around my family and friends and my business partners, etc., in my lifetime. I've seen plenty. They know nothing about reality, but they have the biggest mouths and biggest goddamn egos you'd ever want to see. A lot of them are that way. They believe they're so smart, and they know absolutely nothing that's true. Nothing. Nothing. You might as well talk to Google. You might as well open the pages of a school textbook full of lies and say that it's almost exactly what they believe. They're just programmed retards. And that's what a lot of people are. And you can say that's sad, Stephen. You can hang your head. You can cry into a pillow over it. You can cry the rest of your life about it, and it won't change it at all. 13 minutes, 33 seconds just went by. The triple threes. Triple threes. Your sadness or your, oh, it's so sad. It won't change anything here at all. That's why I get tired of that, because I've spent decades having people react the same way. And it changes nothing here. If you want to get out of here, you got to get beyond that. You got to say, I'm going to face the truth. Whether it's dark, whether it's sad, whether it makes me feel sad, whether it scares me, whether it's scary to face, I'm going to be stronger and face the truth. That's what I want you to do. I'm trying to build Viking warriors, not crybabies, not cowards, not ones that run into the arms of demons and say, protect me, he's saying scary things. I want to go hang out with a bunch of demons that will just comfort me and tell me what I want to hear. I don't want that around me. I want you to grow up. I don't want you to be a 2-year-old crybaby. I want you to grow up, man up, woman up. I don't care if you're a man or a woman listening to this. If you're a woman, woman up. If you're a man, man up. Either way. And there are only 2 sexes. Period. You could cry over that if you want to. And say there's 250,000 genders. And I'm just tired of the crybabies in this realm. I'm tired of beings that are supposed to be 40, 50-year-old grown adults, and they're not grown. They act like crybaby children, and it's actually sickening and disturbing to me. It really is. It's gotten worse in this realm over the generations. It's worse today than I've ever seen it, and I don't like it. I don't like the whiny little bitch crybabies. I don't want that around me. If that describes you, either change, toughen up, man up, woman up, or leave my channel. Go away. and go cry in a corner somewhere else. Go to a shit channel and Team Evil channel and go cry to them about me if you want. Say he's mean, he's a bully, he's blah, 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 blah. He's homophobic, he's transphobic, he's all this stuff. That's what you do. You don't want to face the truth of the realm. You hate to hear what I have to say. You can't take it. You're not strong enough. You're a little crybaby. Go away then. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want you. I want that to be understood. They programmed your minds. Most of you see so-called reality through the lens of the language they gave you and the ideas they gave you and what they fed you in school, in textbooks, on the blackboard, whiteboard, on tablets, on fucking iPads, whatever. I don't know what generation you are that's listening to this. Could have been blackboards with chalk like when I grew up. I'm old. I'm over 30 years old, if you can believe it. That's old to most of you young people. You think, oh, they're over 30, that's old. Go ahead, think whatever you want. They programmed you in the media. They showed you fake footage of so-called nukes, and you nodded your head and said, wow. There's people my age and older that still believe in nukes. Most of you on Earth believe in that. Most of you believe whatever you were told, shown, or were taught by teachers and professors and so-called educators, quote-unquote educators. And you bought it. And fake scientists on TV. And programming at Disney and all the other big motion picture studios, Hollywood, tiny hat studios. And on TV, magazines, newspapers, they programmed you. It's a programming machine. It's a propaganda machine. It's a sanity machine. That's what you were wrapped up in. With school, media, mainstream media, entertainment, government, all of it. All of these forces, mainstream science, worked against you. Mainstream history worked against you. To program your fucking mind. To make you a mental slave, a follower, not a thinker, not someone who's aware of reality. Someone who is fed reality, like pablum, baby food. They said, here you go, we'll spoon feed you. And they spoon fed you lies and propaganda and programming and brainwashing. Your whole life is a lie. And that shatters some people. Not everyone is strong enough to hear those words and realize that it is true. And to do something about it. To say, you know what? I'm going to fight against this. I'm not taking this shit. I'm not a slave. I'm not going to stay here as a slave. I'm a free spirit. When did I start seeing it that way? As a child. As a young boy. Some of you, I'm trying to reach you, you're 50, 60 years old. You never considered it your whole life. That they programmed you. You're a mental slave to their lies. Your lives are lies. Lifetime upon lifetime of recycling here and getting programmed. And you accept it. And you get upset by ones like me speaking the truth. You being a slave doesn't upset you. Me saying it upsets you. You being it doesn't accept you. Me saying, hey, I see you're a slave. You're a mental slave. You might as well have chains wrapped around you. You don't like to hear it. You don't want the truth. It's the truth that triggers you and upsets you and makes you angry at me. You get angry at the truth speaker. That's what you do. You shoot the messenger. You get angry at the truth speaker. You don't get angry at the ones that poisoned you, programmed you. Do you? I see you humans. I see the way you behave. I've observed you my whole lifetime here. As a child, I observed children, the way they'd stand up for evil teachers, for example, or evil kids in class. Often evil got supported. Bullies got supported. Evil teachers that were bullies, mean, evil, liars, demons, got supported, stood up for by students. The victims, there was hardly any tears for any victims. There still isn't in this realm. Most of you humans cry for demons. You feel like demons are oppressed, and the violent demons get tears and sympathy. And the victims in the ground, or the victims that they've harmed and tortured, or children abused, don't get tears and sympathy and care. It's warped in this realm. It's inverted. And it is a misery machine. There's a misery program running in this realm. Let's hop on over here to El Diablo's channel, El Diablo Radio International. This premiere is coming up in 15 hours or so. 3 p.m. tomorrow. Psycho Jack Talcott exposed. He's miserable. He's an example of misery. And he's programming beings to be miserable. He's running a misery program. And his channel programs beings with misery. Excuse me. Got a dry throat now. I'm going to... Hold on a second. Hold on, people. All right. I had to pause it there, and I'm back. Jack Talcott is part of the misery program of this realm. He's one of many. He's an example. He's not the only one. Some of you get confused thinking, why do you keep talking about Talcott? Because he's a perfect example. He's a perfect case study. Do you want to see, truly, where you are and how things work here? Here's another one running a misery program. This thing here. Mr. Transman, send me a dream. Show me a gender that I've never seen.
The live is starting up. Hopefully I can be heard. I'm going to wait a little bit, but I just wanted to show my face. I feel like, seeing my face, my body, who I am, my energy, I think it can be helpful, but I also think that in this lifetime right now, it is something that I can't really escape. I can't identify out of my sex-based depression, and to have that constantly gaslit is one of the most disgusting and disturbing things I have ever really realized about this place, and what piqued me so much.
Anyone that disagrees with this thing it calls disgusting, always. It plays victim, it cries victim, it's miserable. On their shirt it looks like ravens and crows, and that's on purpose. It's a miserable creature. What are you going to do? Are you going to follow it? That's on you. You do have choices in this realm. Are you going to follow misery? What are you going to follow? Misery?
Gonna have kids, and then, the cycle just keeps going and going and going and going. It just baffles me. Gonna have kids, and then, the cycle just keeps going and going and going and going. It just baffles me.
You are exactly your astrology. You were born on a full moon, and you identify yourself as a teacher, a facilitator, a mentor. That's because you're born on a full moon. And the moon is our emotional field of what we think we have to be. So I would encourage you to really look at your astrological impediments and wonder if you're really an individual. Who am I? So in the first field, am I a daughter? Am I a granddaughter? Am I an abductee? Because I have Persephone and Proserpina. Second, am I a mystic? Am I a private detective? Am I an actress? That's where I have Neptune. Third field, am I a researcher? Am I a theorist? Am I an abstract huntress? That's where my sun and the ruler of my ascendant are in Sagittarius. Next, am I a teacher? Am I a sister? Am I a witch? Am I an athlete? Did you all know that?
You are a witch. You have a witch's wand right there. You absolutely are a witch. Let's see, is there any more misery programming?
Bills. Going on bills and taxed. And now you got to get back to work and make more of it just to do the same stupid thing all over. We work and work and work. Why don't we get richer and richer and richer? It's just
His eyes seem so dull. He seems really depressed. This guy seems like such a complainer, such a whiner, just a complainer, a depressive complainer.
trying to survive. That's all it is. You're just making enough ends meet, if even. We don't get rich. Look at Elon Musk. He's a trillionaire. Well, now he's no longer a trillionaire. I don't know what the hell the deal is with that. Regardless, the mother effer's rich. The mother effer's beyond rich. We will never make that amount of money. Never. No matter what job we do, no matter what career we get. You could be a nurse, you could be a lawyer, you could be whatever the hell you won't ever get to where he is. I won't ever get to where he is. You know? It's just all this hard work for what? You know, I can just maybe understand if it pays off. But it don't. You're just working to try to pay off your bills. That's all it is. You're not working to enjoy that money, go on a vacation, go out somewhere and buy this.
He envies Elon Musk. He just wants money. His focus is money. Like so many so-called truthers. They just want money.
You're mainly making that money just to pay this bill off, pay that off, pay this off, car this, car that, or electric, whatever the fuck. That's all we're working for. That's all it is. Because if you don't work, the bills don't stop either way. So we got to try harder to work to keep up. We got to always try to keep ahead. Bills.
I'm going to check it out and we'll see. But I'm pretty sure I know who this is. You want to say hi, Joker?
Hello, hello.
That's what I thought, and I heard enough. I don't really want to hear any more from you, Stephen. I got your email, by the way. I got your emails. You do like to make... You clearly want my attention, and I don't want you. So why? What do I do? Good, he chose to leave, so I don't have to deal with that. You know, Sophia, thank you. I know there are a few who might consider that not to be fair or that was rude. I know Stephen will probably go and make those claims. But at this point, I feel, and I think there was some feedback from them. I saw some encouragement from the chat.
He said, I know Stephen will probably. How does knowing and probably go together? Two different things, contradictory. If you know something, it isn't probably. Either know or you don't. Piece of shit.
Hey girls, it's happy Monday. God, guys, I am so tired of racist white people. So tired of it. Because if people marching around with Confederate flags doesn't bother you, then congratulations. You're exactly who I'm talking about. Because apparently this past weekend, on what was supposed to be America's 250th birthday, the little white supremacist group Patriot Front decided they were going to put on their khaki collection 2026 and go try to intimidate people. But sorry, not sorry. You are not brave if you cover your face in public while performing Timu fascism. I literally don't even understand how these people think that that's intimidating. It's pathetic. Like when I saw it, my first reaction was just repulsion.
I would ask her, define white supremacist. What do you even mean by that? What do you mean by that term? White supremacist. What do you mean? The misery program. Mushroom Kai, the lie.
You said, don't worry, I reported him. Yeah, I did report him for you. I'm your biggest fan and no one do anything to you. I'm gonna go see that vid right now. Don't want to be rude, but are you Muslim, sir? Calling sir for respect. Am I Muslim? Yes. So I said, plus I've tried, I don't know, I'm not going to read what they're commenting. It's not really important. I kind of went over it, but I said, this is why I choose to stick up for others going through this. He mocked my dog.
Can transgenders be Muslim? Can a trans man, he calls himself a trans man, there really is no such thing as transgender, but he claims to be a trans man. Can they be Muslim?
Dog dying, and I filed a police report.
Trans man, and he has sex with men, by the way. Just so you know. Misery program. The misery program.
Show them cartoons. Ooh, look, there's your Earth. It's a painting, obviously, but that's a fucking... Fuck out of here, you fucking psychotic, fucking parasitic motherfuckers. I hope you all die. I hope you all die. Anyways, fuck man. For everybody that works at NASA that knows they're lying cocksuckers, I hope you all choke on your next fucking meal. I pray to the fucking God of this god-awful simulation that you fucking parasites die. But it seems that the God gets off on your guys' existence, because if there is something that's got power and control in this reality, it always seems to grant it to you fucking parasites.
That's what mental sounds like. What a psycho. The misery program. The misery program. I don't know why YouTube glitches out like that when you click on a video and it plays another short video. YouTube is very strange. It misplaces people's comments on my videos. It does all kinds of weird shit. It erases my comments on my own channel, on my own videos. They go missing. It's fucked up. How does a typical slave sound?
Welcome back, Wayfarer. Why don't you take a moment to join me in prayer? Shabbat Shalom. Holy art thou, Lord of the universe, the vast and the mighty one, creator of heaven and earth, maker of all things visible and invisible, master of both the light and the darkness, he who was, is, and always shall be. We adore thee and we invoke thee. Send us one of your divine spiritual agents, our holy guardian angel, to protect and guide us through the innumerable snares of the earthly sphere, and a cleansing wind to disperse all negativity and endless human opinion. Teach us those secret things which we must know for the completion of the great work and the glory of thine ineffable name, Adonai. So it is commanded and confirmed, so mote it be. Amen. Make sure you hit the button, do the thing, Wayfarer. See you in the abodes of the future.
That's a slave. That's a creepy creature. Oh, what a loser.
It makes me think of sheep, right? I mean, how do sheep survive in nature? They don't. They need to be kept. They need to be sheared. So,
he's now the man sees.
I mean, how does that
work? Are you seeing?
That's what I see.
This is why the wolves are wolves, sir. This is why they look down on us.
Right. And this is...
It makes me think of sheep, right? I mean,
the misery program. The misery program. Bitch and complain. Bitch and complain. That's all this creature does.
You know the two things at the top of my list that I can't fucking stand that infuriate the fuck out of me? It is, number one, at the top of the fucking list, when someone does a total 180 flip turn on me in terms of how they behave, how they see me, how they show up to me, and everything else. From kind and caring and loving and affectionate to what the fuck is this demonic, evil, mean, cruel bullshit out of nowhere. Okay? Let me tell you about the worst example of this I've experienced. There was a specific case of an individual I contacted. They reached out to me, mind you. First of all, they were talking, I love all the stuff you're saying. I love your perspective on life, blah, blah, blah. Super positive interaction. Oh, cool. They asked me about all sorts of stuff that was inspiring. We shared a bunch of inspirational things. And then out of literally fucking nowhere, I get on a video chat with them and they start joking about torturing the person closest to me. That degree of a fucking warped flip turn. So yeah, they were probably Order of Nine Eagles motherfuckers or some insane, crazed, nut job fucking person who intentionally did that. Most likely, because there's groups and organizations that do that on purpose to generate a certain type of fucking loosh from you, a certain type of fucking like agonized fucking energy from you.
Hello, hello. It looks like shower curtains. Look at that. Where does he film this shit? Where is this creature?
Guys, where's Jack? Something's up with Jack. Something's up with Jack. Will we ever get him back? I don't know what's going on, guys. You got to let me know. Put it down in the doobly-doo. Make sure you sub the Frank Monday channel. Make it happen. With my cup of coffee. Looking for my chats with Jack. Something's up with Jack. So, yeah. It is what it is, right? What you going to do? Do something else. Or do some more Qigong. More prayer.
Yeah, he has a wife from Syria.
A green card wife. Yeah.
So look, I don't know if that's true, but like he was yapping about how to talk to women, and like I agree with a lot of what he was saying, except for this thing about like getting the dojo, like that just seems gay. But then he revealed, like he was like, and if it doesn't work for you in America, just go to another country. My wife is from Syria, and I was like, okay, well, maybe that's really not valid. Like your fucking passport, bro, dude. Like. I don't take dating advice from passport bros seriously, but he's not wrong about a lot of the ortho bros. I will, he's not wrong that they are incels, but
let's do it.
Like this, attempting to provide a more accurate depiction of it. But the truth is,
I am having a drink. Thank you.
Far more complex than many of these simplified graphics. And in reality, if you put together a large sample size of data, you get a picture that looks something like this. This is a 100%
realistic life-sized fuckbots. It's over for it's over for the Floyds. I'm just telling you right now, it's going to be over for you guys. Over for y'all, but continue.
Doesn't complain, gives stab.
It's over for y'all, but continue.
Doesn't complain.
Musubi, whenever I want. It's over. It's already over.
So. I got to get in while the market's hot.
I'm not 5'5". I'm 5'9".
22 men and 25 women. Minus the 67 that are non-marital.
What?
I guess I'm still a male. I'm 5'9".
You're an inch shorter than me.
That's fine. I'll wear platform boots or Doc Martens. Or Doc Martens, so we can look each other eye to eye.
No heels, only flats. That's okay. Walking heels, anyways.
Doc Marten, like extra fucking. Yeah, it's okay. We'll make it work.
Yeah.
Short relationships, so not married but living together. That's about 13.
El Diablo called him a 5'5" manlet. El Diablo was poking at him in the chat, and he kept responding. This little creepy creature, toilet bowl eater, kept responding. And look at her laughing at him. He's shorter than she is. The misery program. The misery program.
So you know the whole saying of, whenever you decide to talk about, the structure of the system and society to people, and you're trying to have a conversation with others about this topic, and sometimes people will understand you, and most of the time people will say the same, like, that's life, that's the way it is, you got to deal with it, you got to work hard, stop whining, stop complaining, the same things that we always hear. And I was trying to think about this a step further, but I don't think this is anything new. This is not something just modern. This is not something that's just happening now in recent times. This is something that when you actually look back at, like, in history, this is something that has been around for centuries, for years ago, even going back all the way to philosophers such as I don't really know a lot of their names, but I see a lot.
Go on, sister. You're okay. That dog ain't gonna come over here. Lazy Daisy. I'm a lazy motherfucker. You won't even.
Praise God. Frank, you've been here a while. I don't know if we've even allowed you to say hi. How you doing, brother? Praise God. Frank, you've been here a while. I don't know if we... Praise God.
This is the skid mark story. Jack skid marks twat caught. Watch this.
Those who make excuses jump in. Yep, to make excuses, whatever way it is.
Hey, so what was your excuse for having skid marks as a kid? Was it because you were too lazy to wipe, or was it because it was an actual problem with your health? Because I can get over the problem with your health, but the laziness factor has kind of shown itself throughout your whole life.
For those who don't know, Moose keeps bringing up this skid mark because I shared a story from when I was a child. And when I was a child, I grew up in a very, very poor family where laundry and stuff like that wasn't a top priority. And so growing up as a child without all the benefits, there was a period I also had a case of undiagnosed but obvious worms within my intestines. And so I had a lot of
It's okay, Jack. You don't have to get into it.
Shut up so I can answer your fucking clown ass question. So this story that you want to keep re-bringing up because I shared a momentary part of my fucking childhood. I was dealing with a lot of
dude, calm down, take a breath.
Care and challenges as a child, and yeah, I didn't wipe my ass well enough one day, and the kids in the locker room saw some evidence of skid marks. So I had to go through fucking 7th grade, I think it was, or 8th grade with that nickname. Thanks, asshole, for bringing this up into my adult realm like a fucking ignoramus with no
right,
purpose.
but here's the thing, Jack, right? Is that, at one point you were a young being who had skid marks. Moose is now a grown man who is in fact a skid mark on the underpants of society, if you will.
The final solution. But okay, well, Jack, I'm just, but Yeah, Jack. It's just I don't understand some of the people in the world. Like it's a Friday and people are trying to bring people down. Like everyone should be happy today. Like good vibes, Jack. Good beers. You know, I'm drinking some Stella right now, Jack. Good vibes, good beers, good people. He's not a good dude. Got a couple beers, couple burgers. Our problems are over, dude. I mean, like let's just live a life and just be good to people and just have a burger. You know? What do you think, Jack?
I look forward to doing that when I have a clear mind and I know.
You don't look forward to doing that. You're a vegan. You don't eat burgers. You don't eat hamburgers. And you don't drink beer. You're an alcoholic. You said you've been sober, beer free for a decade. You don't drink beer. You don't eat hamburgers.
Know that there are not children and innocent men and women being murdered in the name of a state terrorist organization funded by American taxpayers and supported by the administration of Congress. I'll be able to enjoy things like that a lot better.
No, you won't. The misery program, the misery machine, Jack Talcott. He's a thief of joy, Jack Talcott the Leech. This short video is called Thief of Joy, Jack Talcott the Leech.
If anything, the word hope should be removed from the Nigerian vernacular. There isn't any hope in this land as long as it is run by black people. For 65 years, we have transformed this country from a mild sense of stability and order into a masterpiece of chaos, dirt, death, hatred, greed, wickedness, heartlessness, foolishness, and idiocy, just to name a few. To the Nigerians watching, would you agree with me to outsource the leadership of this country to competent white British, Germans, Dutch, Americans, or Canadians?
They want us to lead them. They want us to colonize them. They want colonizers. They want to outsource leadership. They want us to lead them and rule them. These miserable darkies in Africa, these incompetent darkies, can't lead themselves. Hello. I'm not sending you shit on PayPal. Fuck you, you greedy creep.
King Stephen, I see you backstage and you're not coming up here. I already told you.
Who,
that.
me?
No, King Steve. I see you backstage and you're not coming up here.
But, dollars coming back is just an amazing thing. But, dollars coming back is just an amazing thing.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Creation.
Hold on, everyone. YouTube is fucking up again. I'm sorry, people. Pooyah! Hit him with the pooyah!
No, nothing. Nothing. All right, well, I'll wait and see. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it's a shame that we live in a time where I have to do that kind of fucking screening and shit, but these people, man, it just goes to show you how badly indoctrinated a lot of people are and that they just can't fucking cope. And there's another one, King Stephen. He keeps trying to come up. I told you, you're not coming up anymore, dude. I don't know what your deal is, man. Anyway, I got a couple little videos on that, but if you guys are interested, and look.
What a douche. What a douche. Why don't you bring me up? Bring me on your show. I'm the greatest guest you ever had. Douchebag. Now, I don't want it to be all about misery. There's a lot of miserable creatures pushing misery on YouTube. The misery program. It's very common. Do I bring joy to people? Let's see. YouTube fucked up again. I'm sorry. Hold on. I want this video here. Right here. Smile and stay cool.
There's the CN Tower. Are we famous for that? I don't know. I guess you could say that. Cachorro says hi and let's go Knicks. Yeah, or the Knicks gonna take it, guys. What do you think? That would be big for New York. The Sanity Machine, $5. Thank you so much. Hello, good to see you and stay cool. Yes, much needed. The stay cool part especially. Just tuning in, it's good to sweat. Thank you so much, Kieran, for the $40. Holy moly. You guys are too kind. I am indeed sweating.
So there you go. I gave her a small donation. Got a smile out of her. Don't be miserable. Don't give in to the misery program of this realm. Please don't. Don't give in to the misery program. There's a lot of misery, including on YouTube. There's a lot of misery.
Bro, no one has a clue what's going on. No one knows anything. We're all just a bunch of retards trying to make it through life, I swear. You know, the more life experience that I get, the more I realize that no one understands anything about anything at all. I certainly don't know anything about.
I feel like a question that everybody has probably asked themselves at least once in their life, or at least it's like crossed through their minds at least once, is what is the point? I mean, really, what is the point of you going to your 9-to-5 job? What is the point of me sitting here talking to you? What is the point of any of this? First of all, we must realize that we're here now. There is no why. There is no how. We're here now. There is
no why, there is no how. We're here now. That's all you have to realize. Don't ask how, don't ask why. Just accept that you're here now. And don't even try to figure out what this realm is. Just go along. Just go along with it. Great wisdom.
What are your thoughts on El Diablo Radio International Channel? Have you seen his work? No, I haven't seen. I'm going to write that down. El Diablo Radio. Let me type that down so I don't miss it. El Diablo Radio. I will check it out. I know there's a ton. I mean, there's got to be 1,000.
What you talking about, Taylor? Shekels beggar. Ugly weirdo.
Conflict, and this is my group, and this is your blah 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 blah.
He has quite a beak to him too, doesn't he? God damn.
So,
is that a tiny hat? This squirrel-eyed guy? Is that a tiny hat? This bald guy with the hat on? Is he a tiny hat?
I'm going to drop the link in a minute, and I'm interested to get people's takes on that. A couple other things that I'll point out. Today,
red, spit it out. Red bricks, masonry, donations by race.
Today, yesterday, the last few days, I've been going to
Um, um, blacks don't. That's quite a beak, isn't it? That's quite a beak on Taylor Swift with the red bricks, the masonry behind him. Lit up red. Red brick, masonry. Donate and blacks don't tip. Um, um, wimpy, wimpy, wimpy.
So you may or may not know that there's a current, there's multiple viruses going on around the world right now. I'm pretty sure you probably know what they are. I'm not here to make a video about a specific virus itself. No, I'm here to make a video about, just viruses in general, just the.
This world keeps getting worse, and we're used to it. Wow, this guy's so deep. He calls other people sheep. How deep? Wow. He has his hats on the wall, just like Hanko Flamio. Oh my goodness. Weird, paranoid, deranged. Weird. Do you think he's classy and handsome?
Hey guys, what's going on? Just got back from the gym, so I may have some sweat spots. Ooh, it's my it's my lizard juices leaking out. I don't know why lizard people sweat in the same spots that humans sweat, but fucking dodo birds, little crazy dumb boys out there saying some dumb shit like usual. Anyway, so I'm gonna wait till some people show up because I end up telling the same story like 5 times if I don't.
Ew. Sweat spots. So he goes to the gym, works out, doesn't shower, wears the same shirt home that's soaked through with sweat. What a pig. What a gross ass Uncle Fester pig. What a miserable creature. Miserable creature pushing misery. They love to push misery. They love it.
Sorry about your luck.
Because views. Somebody is going live. It was 10. Noelle is terrible to people on other channels. She was swearing at King Stephen. I wasn't
Too bad for Stephen, I guess, right? Oh well, Stephen. Sorry about your luck.
This is Noelle's zombie parent. Your daughter's going to get in trouble for her behavior. But he's just like, oh well, sorry about your luck. Wow. Parenting failure by Noelle's dad. Pathetic.
Because Tony to people on other channels was 10. Noelle is terrible to people on other channels. She was swearing at King Stephen. I wasn't
Too bad for Stephen, I guess, right? Oh well, Stephen. Sorry about your luck.
Was swearing at King Stephen.
At the very beginning, and then we'll get it over with at the very end as well. Thank you to all the recent donors. As a matter of fact, if you would like to support my ministry, for those of you that don't know, I set up a couple stands here down in Covington, Kentucky, by the Franciscan Daughters of Mary, and I serve the homeless like lunches and rosaries and pray for people on the streets. I've just started now. One of the tables is filled with like Catholic books that I give out, so Bibles and all kinds of books that I found throughout my travels that maybe I have duplicates of and all that. And that's going to be part of the ministry going forward as well. So there's many ways you can actually help. I mean, it's not just financial. If you want to help financially, if you're online and you're not anywhere near here, can't drop it off in person, Cash App. 1 Peter 4:12 Bible. It's down in the description.
Cash App this homeless guy so he can drive around and preach and give out sandwiches to homeless bums in front of the church. Help him out. Help him out. Mr. Mole, Mr. Lizard.
Here I am.
Okay, hi everyone. It is May the 4th, and letting you know that my new book, What We Lost, Natural Adults and the World They Inhabited, is finally available at some major bookstores.
The Misery Program. Go follow this miserable, depressing creature. The Blueberry Boy. The Blueberry Boy.
Anyway, not all of them yet. It just came out officially today. So you can find them at all the Amazon stores. I saw it at Barnes & Noble in the United States. I saw it at
But so now, why do I think the Earth is round? Well, because when you look out into space and you can do it with your own telescope, everything is round. Why would the Earth be the only flat thing? I mean, it's kind of funny, but I mean. I mean, it's kind of funny, but I've seen, experiments where it looks like some people are actually proving that the Earth is flat, but I just, I rely a lot on just my own intuition, my own instinct.
It's a minor detail. And they got the river that goes through it. Everything is the exact same as Rome, Washington D.C. set up.
So this is what I found, right? So this is what I found.
So you don't comprehend.
I do comprehend. I'm kind of dumb, kind of slow. I'm also bad at multitasking. Also, hey, King Steven, get fucked.
No red carpet for you.
And
Slum Steven. No red carpet.
And almost every government set up throughout the United
Yo, kids.
Exactly grew up in the city of Chicago.
My name is Patrick, yeah. I'm full of static, yeah. I got nothing in my head. I might as well be better off dead. But with me, I'm unpredictable. With you, I can't rhyme with unpredictable. You know what I mean? I was trying to freestyle there. I have some intros, right? I have some cringe, some good, some bad, some music. We're gonna get started, but I just wanted to challenge another one more time. You know, I guess I might do it tomorrow, the next day. One more time, a shout out to Mr. Patrick, Mr. OTW. I'll challenge you to anything you want. There's a little taste of my horrible singing right there at the beginning. You want to do a sing-a-thon? You want to do an AI-a-thon? You'll lose every time. You are a loser. So let's get this vibe going. Let's get the energy up. What a bummer yesterday was. What a garbage show. I always take my L's on the chin. You know, I'll always
Witchy.
Witchy world.
If they weren't making money. Oh, there's a good thing to go after. And then you start seeing all these YouTube channels being like, oh, yeah, I can see how. Yep, I can see it. But hey, you got to make money while you're in hell, right? I mean, I've thought about doing it too. My humanly flesh nature is like, man, I could be making money doing this. I could be making money. But here's the thing.
Money, 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 money. Money. They're selling you misery. They're selling you misery. They're selling you misery. Who farted?
There he is, you farter.
Nope, that's a troll, probably.
That's a troll came in.
Is it or no?
It's called you farter. You farted. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Now I'm curious. Who farted? Which one of these two farted?
You farted? You are a troll. Huh. Actually, that name is a troll. You farted. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Two miserable idiots. Look at them. Who farted? Was it Noel or was it Justin? Who farted?
Let me see in the chat. He says, hey, Justin, Retro Stuff's TV show channel. I like that. I think he is. You don't want to be a chance to bring him up and stuff.
Nope, I would not.
Who farted? Just answer the question. That's all you have to do.
Like, you don't know if he's going to pour mommy or nothing.
Yes.
Stinky N, you're smelly.
Yeah, just because
Well,
it's.
this one, I actually thought somebody did come and cut it because it looks so short. I'm like, oh no, it's
Yeah.
just coming out now. Like it's really coming out since all the rain.
Wait, we got a new guest here, guys. I've never seen. Anyone know El Diablo?
No.
El Diablo, I've heard of that guy. Who's that?
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
sounds
here,
familiar. Is it
here,
not?
Yeah,
It's DT, isn't it?
No way.
If it ain't DT, then we don't know.
Have they said hi in the chat?
No, they haven't said anything.
Oh, well,
So I don't know. I need to probably.
Well,
block
I wouldn't let
it.
anybody up unless they say hi in the chat. I wouldn't let anybody up unless they.
Bro.
I could block. I
No,
can do
that's
this.
You know, that's part of the vetting process.
Let me just see
Yeah,
who it is.
I would make somebody.
All right. Hey, wait. What's up?
Hey. Hello.
It is Stephen King.
Hello. Hello.
Is it? Oh, it's Steven?
Can you shut up that bitch for a second?
God damn.
I don't know. It said it's Stephen King in the private chat.
I kicked him because he's already annoying me by saying that.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah, nobody's Stephen King.
That was his test. 1 second.
Sounds like a degenerate, that guy.
Yeah, people be trolling, right?
No, that's.
Oh, you two sound like degenerates, eh? You sound like a degenerate.
That's from far away, though.
Go on the mountain and say hello.
Oh, he's such a. I had a bird exactly the same as that, so they're just such cool birds.
Now that's a bird I could love.
Yeah, he loves me. He loves me.
I'll tell you when they. I'll tell you what, Satoshi. This little bit of a funny one for you. My bird was sort of like sat on.
And there's videos of my backyard. Like, we live on the water here. We're surrounded by water. And we get manatees all the time. We get tons of wildlife, but never seen a dolphin. And about 3 days ago, there were 4 fucking huge dolphins in our backyard, like swimming fast as fuck. My neighbor ended up catching the tail end of them leaving on his cell phone. I was like, man, really? There were dolphins back here? Man, I would have definitely jumped in there and swam. They probably would have grabbed me up and started injecting oxygen into my brain and going, Chris, we're going to take you to the dolphin cave where we're going to show you the secrets of humanity. Oh, my God, dude. Just more delusional.
Dolphin Jesus is going to get you. Dolphin Jesus rules.
So I was thinking the other day about this common saying that we all hear all the time. And it's always that life is hard. You know, you gotta work hard in life if you want to succeed. Life is not easy, guys. You know, this is how it is. That's reality. Welcome to the real world. This is the real world where everything is hard, everything is difficult, nothing comes easy. And it's crazy because it almost feels like they're trying to give, spread this saying as if they're spreading wisdom, spreading good advice, and I'm teaching you a life lesson, kid, and all this stuff. And that's what when people say things like that, they think they're trying to encourage someone. But when you really think deeply about it, they're just reinforcing the fact that life is hard, the fact that life is not enjoyable, that life is not meant to be easy, that things don't, that you have to go to the, you have to get, if you want to get somewhere, you have to go through obstacles, and it's not going, nothing's going to come easy. And even knowing this, I was thinking to myself that even people know this, that life is hard, that they're aware that this is the reality, and things are difficult, that things are shit. No. Then if you know this, then why bring new life into this world? What? It's like people are aware of all this stuff to some certain extent, but they're not aware of it in the same way. For example, they're saying life is hard, but they're not actually thinking, this sucks. You know, they're saying life is hard as in, that's how it works in this world, and we have to deal with it, and I've accepted it. That's how they see it. But when I hear life is hard, for me it's more like, oh, then that means that this life is, the system is built in a way where you have to go through obstacles, and it's hard to get anywhere. It's hard to get a job. It's hard to get your dream job if that's what you're after. It's hard to, you need money in order to chase this goal, chase this dream or whatever. All this stuff. That's when somebody says life is hard, that's how I see it. And when I see that, it just makes me wonder, like, if somebody is aware that life is hard, life's not easy, that life is difficult, and all this stuff, then why bring new life? You know, is this the type of world that you want your children to grow up in? Is that the type of, it just makes me wonder if people who are having kids are even thinking about this, because it's like these people have accepted that struggle is normal, that struggle is part of life. But when you really think about it, all this struggle that we go through is all artificial. It's all things that are made up. You know, for example, somebody struggling to get good grades in school, that's just a fucking number. It's just literally like, oh, if you get 60% or more, then that means you passed. If you get 40, oh, you failed. You know, and I remember myself feeling down about myself for getting fucking 37% in science class in, like, I don't know, it was 1 year in high school where I sucked so bad. I literally was not paying attention. And again, another type of struggle that seems just artificial and just created by mankind, like looking for a goddamn job. You know, you go on these fucking job websites, and that's all, like, and you have to struggle, and then, you know, sometimes you get the call back, and you do get the call back, but you don't get the interview. Sometimes you just get the email saying that you were not you are not picked, and because you are not the right candidate for us based on your resume and experience. All this random struggle, all in the name of having to need digital numbers for survival. It's ridiculous. And yes, struggle is part of life. You know, if you look at, like, centuries ago, like, before all this system, before all this, like, all these institutions and jobs and companies and economy and all this crap, all this, before all this stuff, people did struggle. You know, people had to hunt for their own food, get their own water, and it was a survival's game. But, you know, even if that is, I'm not saying that isn't hard, that is clearly hard too, but at least that feels real. That feels more like, okay, I am actually surviving based on, like, real world factors. You know, whereas right now we're just trying to survive based on whether we have digital numbers or not. Whether we have
the misery program. He's miserable in all of his videos. He pushes misery. He pushes misery. He pushes misery. He pushes misery.
You know, I've always seen this meme about how if you have a job, or if you don't have a job, if you're looking for a job, then things are still bad. Or how, for example, like, you've tasted the 9 to 5, and you've also tasted unemployment, and it's better to not have been born at all. It's like these little funny memes, these dark jokes, that's been completely normalized, and we're all laughing at it. Oh yeah, that's so true. That's so true, but it is true, and it is so real. Like, it's not just a little joke. Like, we treat it as a joke, but
these beings don't want to work, therefore they don't even want to exist. They're part of the misery program. They push misery. They push misery.
This is literally why we're here. We only exist for a limited amount of time. For a limited amount of time. And then that's it. We're dead. We're done. But if we're gone, the world still goes on. With or without you. Just like you too. With or without you. With or without you. I suck at singing, but... with or without you. I suck at singing, but... All this just keeps going on. Think how many years somebody's been dead. 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. And life still keeps going. The sun comes up, the sun sets. Sun comes, sun sets. You're gone. You're long gone. You're decomposed. You're worm food. You're a pile of bones. Life just keeps going, man. We only exist for a limited amount of time. For a limited amount of time. And then that's it. We're dead. We're done. And we can't even enjoy while we're here. That's the saddest part of it all. We can't even enjoy life while we can. Instead, this is what we get out of life while we're here. For the short, so they say, which, it's temporary, but it does feel like it's forever. But for the short amount of time here, this world's been here for billions of years, and you probably won't even be here for a century. You won't even be here for probably a century, or maybe you'll make it to a century. Which, I don't want to make it to a century, man, this shit. But you get what I'm trying to say. We're here for such a short amount of time, and we can't even have fun, enjoy, be at ease. Instead, it's all about worrying, it's all about working, it's all about money, who makes more money than who this, I do better than you, blah, blah, blah. This is what it's all is in a short amount of time. This is what life is. This is what it all is. Who makes more figures than who? Money figures I'm talking about. I'm sure everyone already knew that, but just in case for some that don't. Money figures. Who makes more than who? Funny they say, you have a purpose here. You were put into this world for a reason. Working all day. Trying to keep my head above water. So that's my purpose. I was put here so that I could try and keep my head above water and be in the rat race just like everyone else here. So that's my purpose.
The misery program, this guy's channel pushes it. Born into a corrupt system. It's misery. His whole channel, every video. It's all misery. It's all misery. It's all misery.
It's your fault. You're responsible for any. That's the part where I stop feeling bad for the person, because there's no excuse for that. If somebody never did anything bad to you, why should you do something bad to them? I could understand if somebody hurted you. I could understand if somebody did you wrong. And there's tons of people that do. Then I can understand. And if somebody hurted you, I can understand if somebody hurted you. I can understand if somebody did you wrong. And there's tons of people that do. Then I can understand. But there's just people that take their hatred towards someone because their life sucks, or whatever they're going through is tough, so they try to drag everyone else down with them. They try to bring everyone down on their level, and that part's fucked up. Because what did that person ever do to you? Nothing. Nothing. But there's just so many angry people in the world. So many angry people in the world where they just love to take it out on others. This is like where it goes with mass shooters, where they just kill innocent people. They just randomly go to a gathering and just fire away. They're mad at the world, so they want to take everyone down with them. It's sad. There's this idiot, El Diablo, handsome, whatever the hell his name is, that basically bashes on every single one. Like, I look at all his shorts, all his content, and he talks bad about every single person. So really, I don't care what he says about me, but it's funny, when I came across his channel, he was probably stunned as hell, because nobody else probably did that. I'm the only one with the balls to do so. And then again, I just did it out of nowhere just to mess around with him. In other words, like, yeah, I see what you're doing, buddy. I see you talking shit. You gotta just laugh at them. And that's what I was doing. I was messing around with them. I wasn't you guys, for example. But it's just you get fools like that just get in the way of it. You have so many jackasses that just make you want to hate people. You know, when people say, I hate people, I hate human beings, I can't stand people. Yeah, because those are the people you're meaning that to. Because there's so many of those type of jackasses in the world that you have. We forget, we have so many of those type of people, we forget how many good people we have too. But
Stupid is as stupid does, sir.
yes, master. Yes, I hear and obey. Just obey. Yes, master. Yes, I hear and obey like your boss. Obey. We were taught one direction. Just obey. All day. Stressed out at shit, always having to pay bills. Working like a dog or like a chicken without a head. That just, out of all living things, a human being just feels the worst. It feels the worst. We got it the most stupidest, I guess you can say. Because the truth is, life is just so unbearable for people, for the majority of people. I mean, how could it not be unbearable? I mean, just look at the way life is. All the stress about money, how you're going to afford this, how you're going to afford that, how you're going to pay for this, pay for that. It's like, who wouldn't be under stress? It's like the only time you temporarily escape this hell is when you go to sleep.
The misery machine. They always talk about money, stress, working, don't want to work. They're just miserable, pushing misery. The misery machine, the misery program. That's what they're pushing. Misery. All right, one more for the misery machine, the misery program. Right here. Tragic reality. This guy pushes misery. Look at this. People suck. He says he hates everyone. Let's just take a look at the thumbnails. It's all lies. Watch this. Look at the thumbnails. Starting from the left, people suck. Then it's, I hate everyone. I'm done, ... I'm cooked. It's a scam. This is life, ? This life sucks. Look at his thumbnails. I hate everyone is a thumbnail. It's all lies. I'm useless, he has a thumbnail. My life sucks. I'm a loser and I'm okay with that, he says. Life is a prison. We are slaves. It's all misery. It's hell. Every day sucks. People are fake. This world sucks. Everything is a lie. People suck. It's on and on. I'm finished. We are doomed. It's so fake. On and on and on. It's all misery. Do you see this on the screen? Life feels empty. Everyone is fake. This is life. He repeats even. This is life. I'm cooked. He just repeats. It's a scam. We are doomed. His audience is too stupid to notice. He just repeats. People suck. I ruined my life. I hate money. Money disgusts me. Everything disgusts him. I hate this fake world. Love isn't real. I'm finished. People are NPCs. This world sucks. Forever alone. I hate this world again. On and on and on. On and on and on. Pathetic. Misery pusher. Misery.
I really hate the term depression. The term depression is extremely vague, super vague, because in a society like this, if you have any problems with this thing called existence, no matter what the problems are, it doesn't matter what they are, this is the label you get slapped with. And when I say it's vague, I mean, you could have one guy that just got broken up with, his girlfriend left him. He cries for months on end. You have depression, bro. You could have another person that's struggling to survive, struggling to find a place to live. You have depression. You have another person that has it all, but they're still miserable. You have depression. And then you have a person that sees how absurd this entire life is and sees that we're living in a fake, artificial...
So as some of you may know, because I did talk about it briefly, I did move out of my parents' house a few months ago. And I'm 24 years old, I'm almost 25, and I recall a moment before I left, like while I was about to move, where I was talking to one of my acquaintances, not even really a friend, just an acquaintance. And then I told him, yeah, I'm moving out. And then he said, where are you moving to? And then I told him where I was moving to. And then he said, why are you moving over there? And I looked at him with confusion because I was like, what do you mean? Now, just for some context, so basically earlier I was living in a more...
It's good, y'all. Another video. This time, we out, as you guys can see. As you guys can see, we out in nature, as usual. Them birds are loud as hell, but I'm gonna do this video anyway. The entire goal of maybe I can make something out of this. Islam, I don't really practice that shit. I don't care about it anymore. You know, I've been left that.